What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon video, and we have a new Pokemon today revealed at Gamescon in Germany by Shigeki Morimoto. The video obviously revealed it, but you guys get the idea. Well, we saw some gameplay as well of Battle Royale, and there was actually a new Z move used by Pikachu, and it was called, in German, Hyper Springtagriff. Now, I'm not sure, it translates to Hyper Sprint Attack according to Cerebi, so it sounds like it's going to be a physical move. Now, I'm not sure, I couldn't quite tell whether or not it was a sort of, a electric type move or a ground type move. It did almost look like, Hyper Sprint Attack, maybe a ground type move, or it could be like a normal type move, Hyper Sprint Attack. It's like an upgraded Quick Attack, basically. But who knows that? But we also got a new Pokemon revealed, as well as, obviously, as I mentioned, and this Pokemon is Turtonator, which is a Fire Dragon type. So that's quite interesting. We haven't had Fire Dragon in a while, since Reshiram, I suppose. But Fire Dragon, it's got Shell Armor as its ability, so it's not amazing, but it's decent. It has also a new move, specifically mentioned, called Shell Trap. Now, this looks similar to stuff like, I don't know, Spiky Shield almost, where he turns his back to the enemy, Shell Trap goes up, the enemy hits them with an attack, they get sort of damage given back to them, so similar to like a Spikes. And then Turtonator can also attack as well in the turn. Maybe, I don't know. It might just be a case of Shell Trap is, if you attack them, they'll do some damage. Turtonator will do some damage back to you. That's one possibility. Another one being that it can do damage back and then use its attack further on, an extra attack. Maybe it uses one attack if it doesn't get hit, but then it gets to use an extra one if it does get hit. I don't know how it works at the moment. We haven't been given any information. There hasn't been information posted on the website yet about Turtonator. Whether or not they will be soon, we don't know. It could be a case of they leave it for a day or two and then put it on the website. Who knows? Because it could be the fact that they want it to keep give Gamescom something, I suppose. But we don't really know. But Turtonator, I'm quite liking him, I suppose. He's pretty cool. Not too sure on the overall design, but the Fire Dragon type I'm quite liking. In terms of evolution, I could see him being a standalone Pokemon, very similar to Druddigon, so being towards the end of the dex, being it's a Dragon type, obviously. So basically, sorry. The Z move used by Pikachu is actually a normal type move. I just noticed it's mentioned here. So normal type, so it's the normal type Z move, and it's obviously physical. Whether or not there'll be two moves per type, a physical and a special, who knows, or whether they'll be sort of restricted to a single physical or special, which would be restrictive, of course, because then obviously only special type, only special attackers can, make full use of the fire type move, for example, and only physical attackers can make full use of the normal type move. Who knows if there'll be two, who knows, but it was a normal type, I've just noticed that. But yes, Turtonator, being a Dragon type, I can imagine being found near the end of the game. Obviously, maybe on the Volcano Island, it would make sense to be there, which isn't really towards the end of the game. So he could be found in the canyon area too. Who knows? But that's all we have really so far on Turtonator. Not too much extra to talk about. Let me know what you think down below about him. Do you think he's a really cool design, or do you like the typing? Or oh, aha! And they've just put information up on the website as I refresh. Let's go through here. He is the Blast Turtle Pokemon, as it was mentioned in the trailer. That is a very explosive Pokemon. Fire Dragon type, 6'7", 467.4 pounds. Shell Arm the ability. Because Turtonator lives on volcanoes, feeding on sulfur and other materials found near volcanic craters, his shell has a layer of explosive material, mostly sulfur. When something strikes this Pokemon, sparks fly from the horns on its shell, igniting an explosion, hence the Shell Trap doing damage. In areas around volcanic craters, this Pokemon camouflages itself as a rock and waits for prey. At the moment when the prey steps on the back of its shell, it strikes its shell with its own tail, triggering an explosion. The blast, triggered from Turtonator's back, are released through an orifice located on the middle front of the Pokemon's body. This is Turtonator's weak point. Attacks landing on the stomach will cause it a great deal of damage, so who knows what it's going to be like defense-wise. But then we have some information about Shell Trap, obviously. It's a move that only Turtonator is able to learn. With this move, the Pokemon can set a trap at the beginning of the turn, and if Turtonator is hit by an opponent's physical attack during that turn, Shell Trap triggers an explosion that will deal much greater damage to the opponent. So yes, it's similar to I wouldn't say it's Protect, because it probably does damage to Turtonator. So it's not an attack. It's not an attack in its own right. It's probably like a very similar to Spiky Shield, where if you hit them with a physical attack, they do damage back to you. But it seems like it's increased. It's not just obviously this Shell Trap doesn't protect Turtonator like Spiky Shield would do, but it does do damage back, or more damage back, so it seems to have a sort of benefit there. But yes, that's all the information we have on Turtonator today, guys. Fire Dragon type. Let me know what you think about him down below, and everything else. And if you think he's gonna have like a pre-evolution or something, I don't think he will, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down below. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.